If Season 2 of Blood of Zeus proved anything, it was this. The gods of Olympus are deeply flawed. Their immortality doesn't make them wiser, it just makes their mistakes eternal. By the time Season 3 picks up, their decisions have spiraled far beyond the realm of selfish rivalries. It's no longer about petty vengeance, it's about the end of an era. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. Season 3 wastes no time diving into the fallout of Heron's apparent death at the hands of Hades. But fans had been speculating ever since the Season 2 finale. Was Heron really dead? As it turns out, no. He's a demigod. He can walk between worlds, and death isn't quite so permanent for someone like him. Still, with his life thread severed, his time is limited. But Heron isn't interested in clinging to life. He's focused on fulfilling his mission, no matter what it costs.
Retreat!
Gaias Wrath and the Rise of the Titans. The chaos begins with Gaia, the primordial goddess and mother of the Titans, who has finally had enough. After seeing the damage caused by Hades, Zeus, and the rest of the Olympians, Gaia's faith in her godly children evaporates. She doesn't care about political games anymore. She wants balance, she wants justice, and most of all, she wants consequence. To bring that consequence, she releases Typhon, the terrifying father of monsters, whom even the Olympians feared to name. Buried under Mount Etna for ages, Typhon's return signals a brutal shift in the power dynamic. But Gaia doesn't stop there. She visits Kronoss, the very Titan she once betrayed during the Titanomachy, and informs him that Typhon is free. She isn't exactly asking for forgiveness. She's telling Kronoss that his fate is now his own to forge. Kronoss is cautious, but Gaia's offer is too tempting to ignore. If he can rise above his worst instincts, maybe he can shape a new legacy. And so, with Typhon at his side, Kronoss begins his vengeance tour, aiming not just to punish the Olympians, but to remake the world in the Titan's image. Hera's redemption arc and the looming battle. Hera's journey in Season 3 is unexpectedly powerful. After meeting Electra in the Elysian lands, Hera begins to understand a truth she had refused to see. Why Zeus chose Electra, a mortal, over her. It wasn't about beauty or status. Electra never placed expectations on Zeus. She simply saw him for who he was and accepted him. That kind of love made Zeus feel like he could breathe. For the first time, Hera begins to look inward. Her shift in perspective becomes pivotal. When Kronoss takes Hades' Bident and captures Persephone, Hera realizes the stakes. Without the Bident, Zeus cannot escape the Underworld. And if Zeus can't join the fight, Kronoss and Typhon will tear Olympus apart. So Hera rallies the remaining gods. She knows that Heron and Seraphim are critical to their chances, but both demigods are preoccupied. Heron, as always, is trying to honor his promises. Seraphim, on the other hand, is chasing redemption through the only means he knows: sacrifice. The quest for the Necklace of Harmonia, Seraphim's guilt over Gorgo's death, drives him to attempt the impossible. With Heron, Alexia, Kofi, and Evios at his side, Seraphim sets out to retrieve the Necklace of Harmonia from the Tower of Winds. It's the only item Charon will accept in exchange for allowing Gorgo's soul to pass to the Elysian fields. The journey isn't simple. Potnia, guardian of the Tower of Winds, is known for her cruel mind games. Before they even reach her, the group battles Theope, a brutal Maenad who nearly kills Evios. Theope's words stick. The price of getting the necklace will be sacrifice. Inside the tower, Potnia's riddles and traps push the group to the brink. Ultimately, it's Kofi who pays the price. Realizing that his life is the cost of the necklace, he chooses to die, hoping that his death will help achieve something greater than himself. It's a haunting moment and a turning point. With the necklace in hand, the group convinces Charon to let Gorgo present her case to the judges of the Underworld. Gorgo's judgment and Kronoss' leverage. Just when it seems like Gorgo might find peace, the judges deliver a cruel verdict. Her mistakes outweigh her virtues. She is condemned to the mourning fields, but the deeper twist is this. Those sent to the mourning fields can be seized by the Furies. Kronoss, ever the opportunist, captures Gorgo and uses her as leverage. It's the final straw. Seraphim realizes that peace and closure will never be possible while Kronoss is free. Heron agrees. Both decide to join the gods and face the Titans in one final battle. The Battle of Champions Hera proposes a bold idea, a duel between champions. Two warriors from each side. Kronoss sees through the tactic but cannot resist the challenge. Pride is his downfall. Kronoss and Typhon take the field. Facing them, Heron and Seraphim, the estranged brothers who've spent seasons on opposing sides, now standing united. The odds are ridiculous. Kronoss is a god among gods. Typhon is a nightmare incarnate. Heron and Seraphim, while powerful, are no match in raw strength, but they have something else, purpose. And that purpose fuels them in ways their enemies cannot comprehend. Heron makes the ultimate sacrifice. He dies fighting Typhon, but succeeds in killing the monster with him. His death isn't in vain. It buys enough time for Zeus and Hades to arrive. Earlier, Kronoss had been confident that Zeus was trapped. After all, he held Hades' bident, or so he thought. In reality, Demeter and the Cyclops Brontes had replaced the real bident with a fake. By the time Kronoss realizes the switch, Zeus is already free and furious. Zeus and Hades join the fray, and the tide turns instantly. Kronoss, who once ruled the cosmos, now finds himself cornered by those he once banished. With Heron's sacrifice weakening their defenses and Zeus's return shaking their morale, the Titans fall. In a final, earth-shattering moment, Kronoss collapses, defeated. The prophecy is fulfilled. The Titans' rise ends in ashes.
A sense of duty to that.
Epilogue, peace, redemption, and closure. The war is over, but the emotional aftermath lingers. Heron is honored as a hero. His memory, his sacrifice, and his strength live on in the hearts of gods and mortals alike. In the Elysian fields, he is finally reunited with Electra and finds the peace he never had in life. Seraphim's redemption arc comes full circle. He reaches the Elysian fields and asks for forgiveness from Electra, the woman whose death he indirectly caused. Seraphim knows he cannot undo his sins, but by the end, he's no longer the vengeful, broken man we met in Season 1. He's a brother, a warrior, and finally, someone who's forgiven himself. Alexia, who had loved Heron from afar, grieves quietly. Her Amazonian oath keeps her from being with him in life, but her heart was always his. Still, she finds solace in knowing Heron found peace, and his legacy remains immortal. As for the gods, they are forever changed. Humbled by the near destruction of Olympus, they vow to remember the cost of their pride and the sacrifices of mortals and demigods who saved their world. Our nerdy thoughts. Blood of Zeus. Season 3 isn't just a fantasy epic, it's a story about accountability, redemption, and sacrifice. It tears down the illusion of godhood and reveals the humanity that even immortals can't escape. Heron's journey from orphan to savior, Seraphim's from monster to martyr, and Hera's from vengeance to wisdom make this season the most emotionally resonant yet. Whether or not we get a Season 4, Blood of Zeus has cemented itself as more than just a mythological action series. It's a tale of what it means to fight for something greater than yourself, to confront your past, and to choose peace over power. And that, perhaps more than any divine prophecy, is the real legacy of this series. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Blood of Zeus Season 3. If you enjoyed the breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss more mythic recaps and epic story explorations. Until next time, stay legendary.